go ahead and draw your cards. Russ,
Okay.
you get to help him figure out drawing cards and shit if he has questions, because I don't know how to do it as you guys do it differently and I learned to, and you do it more than I do.
Right. Yeah. Well, I got cold-blooded. I got killing is wrong, and I've got points in CBK, so I'm gonna have to discard down. Alex,
Yeah.
you're gonna go over to that skull. Do you see it on the Roll20?
Yeah, I see it.
Put your mouse on the skull, and you should see a link to draw.
Yep.
All right. Click it.
Yep.
Type 6 in the box.
Yep.
All right, and then draw, and you should have 6 cards.
Oh, okay. Oh, what's all this? All right, hold on. Let me read all this. So, what do I do with them?
Okay, so if you click on the 6,
Yeah.
your cards will come up in a little box.
Yep, got it.
They're really small, right?
Yeah, I can't read anything.
Okay, you can't read anything, so you want to click on each individual card, and it'll blow it up to the full
cool.
screen.
Yeah.
I would recommend, there's no reason in the game really to keep your cards secret. So telling other people, even experienced people, will sometimes mention some of the cards they have to other people. But for your first couple games, I would strongly urge you to let Russ know what you got, and he'll tell you how useful and shit he thinks it is.
Sure.
He's been doing the gaming and stuff with me for a few years.
Oh, okay, cool. So do I just tell you the name of each card, or?
Well, I might be able to remember the cards, so just tell me the names and we'll see what happens.
All right, the first one is called Victory, Prestige Module Only.
Oh damn.
Well, it might be depending on what you decide to do, Russ, because the thing with Brown is a prestige mod.
Oh, nice.
Will you be able to that's only if you're able to resolve it to your satisfaction.
Right. Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
What else you got there, Mike?
Next card is Opponent Fails.
That's a good one. That means if someone tries to attack you, you play it and they miss.
Oh, cool. Okay. That's pretty easy. Next one is Dreamlands Only. Do I discard that?
You discard that and then pick one. Use the skull to pick one card and get it back. Get a new card back.
How do I discard it?
You drag it to the space.
Oh, okay, cool.
And I forgot to ask you if you have any red play immediately cards.
It'll
say play immediately in red on the card.
No, I don't have any of that. No.
Yeah, okay. Like the example is the killing is wrong card on the discard pile.
Oh, and the discard. Okay, hold on. Where's the discard pile? Top left.
Up above the tomato truck.
Yeah, hold on. Let me just zoom
right
in.
Here.
That's right. We can ping shit. Hold on a second.
I put it there.
Yep, that's good. That's exactly where it goes, man. You got it.
Okay.
You're a pro.
So next card is Nada.
Okay, it doesn't do shit.
No, don't forget you get a card to replace the Dreamlands Only one.
Let me draw one. And the last card that I drew originally, Library Use Research plus 20.
Okay, I'm pretty sure you can figure out what that does.
Yep, got it. Let me draw one more. Draw just one. And the last card. Assistant Refill.
Ooh.
Oh, play that sucker so I get back in card play.
That was a great time to play that one.
Sure. If you want me to, I'll play it, yeah.
Absolutely, man. I got no cards.
Alright, cool. There you go. Do I just discard it afterwards?
Yeah, playing cards is the same as discarding, but you'd say you're playing it. All right. I'm back in.
Hooray.
Let's go World of Pain. Hollow Victory. Discard all victory cards immediately. Okay, so you have to discard that victory prestige mod.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, eventually, Alex, you'll find out that right now the card play seems obvious and clunky, but eventually it kind of goes to the background and it's almost a game within the game.
That's cool. How many cards are in the deck?
400-ish or something like that.
Oh, okay, that's a lot.
A lot of cards.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
I think we're set, man.
You golden? Okay. Alex, you wake up, you're in a room with a super high ceiling. It's kind of an old-fashioned room. There's like a wash basin and stuff sitting nearby. It's kind of got a little bit of a smell of age, dust, sawdust, fresh paint. Outside, you kind of hear unusual street noises. In that, have you ever like listened to old footage reels from the old times? How like the horse and carriages always go chunk, 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 chunk like that. Those kind of noises are coming from outside. There's a door in your room. It's got a latch, which is locked, but it's from your side. Like you can lock and unlock it at will type thing.
And I have no idea where I am.
Yeah, you don't know where the fuck you are, why you're here, or anything like that. You do have an odd feeling that a buddy of yours is close by and the general direction of him. Okay. You don't know how you know that, and you can't remember his name. It's like on the tip of your brain, but you can't quite get. And you're hungry, but you do smell bacon.
I smell bacon. Oh.
God damn it, bacon again.
Well, since I'm hungry, I guess, is there a window? Can I see outside, or
there's no internal windows on this, but the street sounds are loud enough that they're coming through a wall.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go towards the smell of bacon then, if I can open the door.
When there's the smell of bacon, nothing can be seriously wrong. You correctly reason. You go out and you see a balding guy. It looks like he's got thin hair. He's got heavy features, kind of bulging eyes, a little bit of a hunch. Give me a spot hidden roll there, Alex. Now, just so you're aware, real quick, I don't know how much you read up on the boards and shit, but whenever you roll something, there's only 4 results that really make any sense to me. Because if you go 42, that doesn't mean shit. So you roll percentage, and then you find out what your skill is. Always hit roll first. Saves a lot of time. That's
gonna make it.
I think I nailed that.
Okay, cool.
Do I have to check for crits or something?
It's not a crit because you can't have more than a 60.
Okay, cool.
6 or less. If you had a 60 and it's 6 or less, would be a crit.
Okay.
Yeah, the crit range. Just take off the 1s digit, and the 10s digit is what you're going for. Easy, no problem. You notice that the dude doesn't blink much, and you can see a little bit of a webbing between his fingers.
Yeah.
And he says, "That's your buddy. You've got that weird feeling. That's him. You apparently have really fallen in the kind of friends you have, and feel a little bit bad about that." But
Logan, you gonna make him make a sanity roll?
Yeah, do give me a now for sanity rolls. Thank you, Russ. For sanity rolls, what is your current sanity at?
6. Hold on.
I gotta go close the door. I'll be right back. Sorry about that.
All right. It's
Sorry, Bruce.
60. It's 60. Yeah. 60.
Roll under a 60 and you don't lose any. If you roll more than a 60, I think it's D4, but I'll check with Russ. Holy shit. Okay, so Russ, it's D4 if they fail on you, correct?
Right, D4 max 8.
Yep. Okay, so roll a D4. Okay, so on your sanity sheet, it has different shit written. I don't know what sheet it is. It starts with like cold-blooded killing or something like that in there. Do you see the sanity sheet?
All the way at the bottom. Hold on, let me scroll down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I see it.
Cool. Yeah, you don't wear your sunglasses today. We already got the porn stash pictures and shit, Russ. It was awesome.
All right, man. It's helping
also,
me get in the role though.
Bulging eyes has brown eyes with no whites, no blacks, nothing, just brown. Yeah, he is a freak of nature. So on your sanity sheet, what you want to do is write down the Rock.
The Rock.
That's his name or moniker. And then make a note 2 and max is 8. So once you've lost 8 points to seeing your buddy, you stop losing sanity from seeing him. You've gotten used to his little ways, as they
Okay.
are. Now,
And
on your.
I assume I adjust my points of sanity as well.
You are correct. Yeah, so
Okay.
you're down to 58.
Okay,
Thank
cool.
God you're picking shit up quick. It's less frustrating for the GM who wants everybody to read his mind.
Yeah. Have you ever seen The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, Alex?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so imagine the fish guy from that crossed with a human being, much more human looking.
I forgot what you look like, but yeah, I think I know what it
Yeah,
was.
that's what I look like.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's not a great
so
look.
it's a good thing I think you're my friend, because otherwise I'd probably be heading for the door. But okay.
Yeah. I still look vaguely human though.
Okay.
Also, you notice that in one of the corners, hold on a minute, you see.
Oh, fuck. I know it's coming.
Looking down upon the guy, it appears to be a garden gnome. It's in the upper left-hand part of your screen there. It has a rather creepy fucking look on its face as it peers down at him. I believe they're around 40 centimeters tall. Let me double check. 30 centimeters in height.
37 centimeters.
30 centimeters, 30.
Oh, 30 centimeters, okay.
Yeah, for you heathens, that's about a foot.
Yeah, it's about a foot.
So, yeah, and so it's peering down at the rock in that creepy fucking way. Anyway, so yeah.
So I'm just gonna be like,
oh, and there's bacon.
Do I know his name? That is the rock. Or do I
Not
not
yet.
remember that?
I'm sure he'll introduce himself. That's why I just had you make a note of it there.
Okay, cool.
Could you describe yourself a little bit?
Oh yeah, so that probably would help. So I'm a human. I decided.
Sorry. The first thing he says is I'm a human. That's great.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, anytime you say something funny or smart, then I put cards into your hand. You don't have to worry about it unless you get a red card or get more than 6 cards, in which case you need to discard back down to 6. But please continue. I do it without interrupting you most of the time.
So I decided to kind of do something a little bit different. I'm playing a female character this time around. She is kind of average height, slender, a little bit maybe underweight, kind of. Got long black hair, tied in a ponytail, usually wearing jeans and black leather, kind of like a little mini coat with cut gloves like around the fingers. And she's always, even indoors, wearing the douchebag sunglasses, regardless of whether she's outside or not. And her name is Genevieve Roxette, or just Jenny for short. And yeah, that's kind of what she looks like.
It's up to you, but I really don't recommend playing cross-gender characters.
Okay, I can swap it around.
First time.
Yeah, that's fine then. In that case, I'll play my other regular name. His name will be Aeolus. That's my other.
Aeolus?
Yeah, Aeolus. Aeolus.
Nobody's
the
gonna
guy
remember.
From Hercules.
That's fine.
The guy from Hercules.
Okay. You found the one dude who knows what it is. Good for you.
Aeolus, got it.
Yeah, so Aeolus, again, similar, but instead of a ponytail, it's just short, jet black hair with the sunglasses and all that.
Lovely.
Cool.
I tip my sunglasses and say, hey, nice glasses, buddy.
I just,
the clothing you wanted has kind of been replaced with, although you can get that later. I'm totally good with that. Just to let you know, your starting gear consists of sturdy clothing. It's the equivalent of like blue jeans sturdiness,
Cool.
But it's looks like it's untreated linen type of looking. It's the kind of thing that you're thinking is probably handmade rather than machine made, and the boots seem to be very sturdy leather. He's
Okay.
the other guy's dressed in similar clothing, and a workman walks by dressed in similar clothing. It seems that you're very much fitting in right now, although, as I said, you can eventually get whatever the fuck you want to
Yeah.
wear.
Yeah. I'll kind of I'll look at Rock and say, where the hell am I, and why am I wearing this?
Well, you're at the White Dove. It's our base hideout in. How do I put this? So this is your first time?
Yeah.
Oh dear. Okay, we're in a future world where only magic works. Tech doesn't work right. Gunpowder doesn't work right. Gasoline doesn't work right. Okay.
Tech doesn't work right.
Yeah.
Get me out of here right now.
Well, that's my plan too. So we'll be doing that. That sounds good. Yeah, no tech works. The aliens came and we had too much tech, so they made sure it didn't work anymore.
Damn it! Aliens? There's aliens now?
Yeah. You're in for a wild ride, buddy.
Oh, wonderful. Who's that? And I point to the gnome.
Oh, fuck him.
The
Okay.
inanimate garden gnome continues glaring down at the Rock.
I can explain that to you later, but I don't want to overload you.
No, that's fine.
Do you want to hear everything? I can tell you everything.
I mean, so far I know we're in some untech world in the future with aliens.
Well, just this particular zone is
Yeah.
untech. Okay, so there are more than one. There's more than one time period. There are more than one world. We go to various different places, and the garden gnomes are super intelligent, as far as we can tell, spy devices. Very powerful magic, like off the charts powerful magic. Like we can't even come. Our magic looks like a bacteria to a human.
You said spy devices. Spying for who?
We don't know.
Oh, okay. Ominous. All right. Well,
something of stronger than the aliens, that's for sure. Something of a vast superior intelligence.
Well, if you don't mind, I would like some bacon. I did smell some.
Oh, Jesus. Another meat eater? Okay. All right, man. Enjoy your fucking bacon. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think I'll make myself like... Are there eggs or anything? Or is it just
you eat a hearty breakfast. Essentially, some of the workmen were making breakfast. One of them made some extra and left it over here, and so yeah, you guys chow down. You notice this weird fish guy doesn't seem to eat meat, which is reassuring because all of his teeth are like about half of them are pointed and the other half look like they're temporary.
Oh.
Yeah, I've got what I've got in front of me is a big bowl of berries.
Berries, okay. Well, I see you like eating healthy. That's good.
Yeah, I like eating Smurfy. That's definitely true.
Oh, okay, cool. So what's your plan to get us out of here? Do you have one?
Well, first we go to the barber shop, and then we go wherever you want.
The barber shop. I don't really...
Like I said, just roll with it, man. Just roll with it.
All right, sure. Barber shop it is.
No problem. You guys...
Where do you feel like being? I want to ask him. Well, actually, I want to take the gnome and put him on the stage.
All right. He grabs the gnome and heads down a hallway. Do you want to wait for him or follow him?
I'll follow the rock.
No problem. As you go through, let me find it here. Where is it? Oh wait, I'll give the Rock a card if he can read it off. He takes you into a vast, unlit, well, barely lit stage area. It's got like the seating, think old-fashioned theater. It's got like the orchestra pit, big stage and stuff, and he puts the gnome on the stage. The interesting part is that on the wall behind, like the back wall of the stage, written in large letters. It looks like somebody carved it out and then burned the wood. Is some sort of weird poem thing that now for a card, if you can get it, Russ will read to you.
Right.
It's posted elsewhere, so you don't have to.
I know it's on the Inner Realm. It's on the Inner Realm bulletin board. He doesn't have a phone yet, so.
Right. Well, I was just letting Alex know he doesn't need to fucking take notes on it. I mean, it is permanently. Yeah, I didn't know how much you wanted to type madly right now, so.
Okay, I'm still looking for it, Logan. Do you have the title of the mail?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll find it. Burned into the wall. There it is. Okay. It says, bride of metal, bride of bone, one of circuits, the other a throne. Two girls were begot, bloody ivory's scheme, all a part of her twisted dream. One of three mothers to steer destiny, a great danger as she lacks empathy. When the two daughters of Dionysus meet, they shall become Janus complete. Slay the enemy with a great sword, lest he lose his endless hoard. Through the twins lies Yog-Sothoth, dimensions and worlds fell in a swath. Or save the children so interdependent, gain knowledge of the transcendent.
Right.
That's just written there, and pretty much Rock seems to be ignoring it, and he goes and puts the gnome, center stage facing the audience type deal?
In the corner, stage left, facing the wall.
That's just mean. All right, no problem. You put it over there.
Okay, we got to go back to the breakfast room, man. I forgot to tell you. Just wait for me, but let's go. We've got a limited amount of time before this thing follows us.
Sure. I kind of follow you a little bit confused, but sure.
I take it you want to go to a modern realm where tech works and stuff?
I would like to, yes.
Okay, how does 2020 sound to you?
Sounds great.
All right, let's do that then. All right, so I finished my breakfast. I gave him time to finish his breakfast.
You guys are
done eating. We're done eating. Okay, cool. We go to Tom's Barbershop.
No problem. He takes you through the streets, and they have a lot of weird shit here. I'm going to show you some pictures just to give you an idea of what kind of place you are now wandering around in. There is a lot of horse traffic, and you know what that means. A lot of horse shit that's getting cleaned up. Let's see. Okay. Also, a lot of, there it is, brutalist architecture, which I will show you some examples of. Brutalist architecture is like a lot of exposed concrete.
Yeah.
And also, for some reason, there's a lot of weird fog and such here. And it seems to be coming out of things. Let me know when you're done looking at those pictures, and I will show you some of the various means of transport that they have as well.
Okay.
They're in the lower left part of your screen.
Yeah, I see them. Cool. Yeah. Well.
Got it.
Yep.
And here are some examples of, now these are all kind of rich people type transport, and the normal things, like in the lower right is a horse-drawn trolley car. Those are pretty common. Also above that is something called a hansom cab. Those are super common. The other things like the post-apocalyptic cars or dune buggies and shit like that, or even the stagecoach, much more rare. You do see a flying car going over, and you notice that the White Dove Theater, which is a big behemoth of a building, kind of on one of those corners that has numerous streets around it, kind of in the middle of the street type deal, seems to have a garage for a flying car. You'd have to fly to get into that garage, but you don't see any flying cars up there. So it's a weird mix of tech and high tech and low tech. Yeah.
Huh.
If you have any questions, feel free to ask.
Yeah, that's fine.
No problem. As you guys wander over toward the barber shop, you hear the guards questioning somebody, and then you hear the staccato burst of machine gun fire.
Oh, I duck instinctively. Is there anything I can hide behind, or?
Yes, you immediately get cover. You notice Rock just stands there and looks confused, like, that's odd.
No, I flatten out. I hit the ground too, belly flop.
Hitting the ground, give me a luck roll, Rock, because as I pointed out numerous times, the most common thing on these streets is horse shit.
That's right. I'm good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it shows like a big pile right next to your head, and you're like, no problem. The guards are rather disturbed by whatever's going on, and they're yelling and running around. You can't quite see it from where you're at because the gate's a ways away, but there's definitely a firefight going on over there.
Okay. Actually, Logan, what am I dressed in?
Your normal sturdy clothes and stuff like that, although you really need to visit a tailor and have them adjusted because your body seems to have shifted a bit.
I definitely want to visit a tailor first anyway, if you don't mind. What was your name again?
Aeolus or Alex.
That's right, Aeolus. Okay. Yeah, I want to go and get a big cloak with a hood on it.
Sure. I wouldn't mind getting out of these rags either.
Yeah, well, that's all they got here, man. It's pretty brutal.
Fine, I guess a cloak.
We'll get you. We'll get you to more civilized.
Are you not worried about the gunfire? Is that normal?
Zap, 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 zap,
Yeah,
zap. You hear loud zapping noises.
It's actually not gunfire. It's you hear.
Oh no, one of them was Russ. The machine gun fire was actual gunfire. Then it's followed by loud zaps from Chris guns.
Oh fuck.
He seems stressed by this.
Yeah, I can tell.
That's not supposed to happen. I am not dressed in a way that I can go investigate that. You want to go check it out? Or do you want to ignore it?
Me? Gunfire?
All right. We'll just ignore it.
I mean, if you want to, sure, but...
No, if I show up, they'll be shooting at me.
No problem. You notice he moves with, the Rock moves with a weird shuffling, hopping gait.
Oh, okay.
Like he's not used to being on land.
You okay there, Rock? Did it hand or?
No, I'm not okay. Short story.
All right then.
I can tell you the long story later, but the short story is, no, I am definitely not okay.
All right, well, let's leave then before they find you, I guess.
Yeah,
are you
exactly.
wanted for trouble? You're not in trouble, are you?
No, they just don't like monsters here.
Right, got it.
No problem. As you guys head over to the tailor, somebody kind of glances at Rock and goes, and he goes and throws up in the garbage can. And right, you guys get to the tailor. The tailor looks really unhappy to see you guys. For a big cloak, it'd be 10 silvers. Most of the clothing he's got is kind of like this, although you have seen people in the streets who are dressed in kind of like cyberpunkish type clothing. Also, you notice that some of the buildings appear to have been really super freaky tall at one point and then were cut off, usually after about the fifth floor. Also, other buildings seem to have toppled over, and then people said, "We will live here now. Let us remake it so we can still live in this fucking fallen over building and shit." Weird.
Okay.
Okay, I give the tailor a gold piece and say, keep this quiet.
Yes, sir. He gives you his finest large cloak.
Yeah, keep it quiet. I may need you to help me out later on.
For gold pieces, I will help out anybody, he says.
Good for you. Thank you, man.
I'm
All
just
right, so now that I have a cloak and I put the hood up over my head.
Well, at least children aren't going to cry anymore when they see you.
Yeah, and do my eyes glow underneath the hood?
You're wearing dark glasses, so
Right. No.
probably no.
No. Okay. So yeah, I'm doing the mysterious guy in a cloak with a dark secret thing right now.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna be like, gold? Isn't that a little dated? Don't you have cash?
Not in the future, man. In the future, we use, what is it, guilders?
That's right, says the tailor.
Right. We have guilders, which are the silver pieces. We have gold pieces. I'm not sure what they're called, and we have bits. So it's 8 bits to the guilder, and 7. It's 8 bits to the.
Gilders is a different realm. Here they just call it gold and silver.
Okay, silver. So it's 8 bits to the silver. Bits are basically not. They're like pennies. Nobody really uses them. 8 bits to the silver. 70 silver to the gold.
That's an odd exchange.
So that guy asked me for 10 silver pieces, and I gave him 70.
Okay.
That man knows how to bargain, says the tailor. Man-ish, he says.
Yeah, my buddy here is new. He's from the countryside. He hasn't acclimatized to city living yet.
Oh. Countryside? Oh, right, fine.
Oh, from like Bakersfield or something?
Yeah, out by the redwood forest.
Okay. Great. Well, goodbye. I'll get some herbs to deal with the. Oh, Jesus.
Good day, sir.
Do they not know that I'm not from here?
That's why you're dressed like that. We appear. Let's get out of the shop first.
All right.
No problem. You guys walk through the streets and whatnot. You see more guards rushing toward the distant gate. They seem busy. He takes you over to a place that has one of the big picture windows, and it's labeled Clem's. It's got a barbershop pole, red, white, and blue stripes, and it goes round and round. And he takes you on in, and there's a bald guy there with big friendly mutton chops, and he goes, "Hi, what can I do you for?"
Okay, so what you want to do here is you want to ask for a shave and a hot towel, and tell him you want to go to Gotham City. That's where we're going.
But I don't want to shave.
Yeah.
It just not fit you.
Just roll with it, man.
All right, sure luck. So yeah, I walk up to the table. I'm like, I want a shave and a hot
towel.
Hot tail.
Where are you going back to?
I look back at work.
You're not going back. It's my turn. Shave and a hot towel too, please, Clem.
Where are you going back to?
Gotham City.
Him as well?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. He sits you guys down and he puts hot towels completely covering your face.
What the? Hey, I'm not.
Yeah, roll with it, man. Just roll with it. Just roll with it.
And then he takes them off and goes, "Shave?"
No. Oh, okay, no.
He puts down the straight razor. Looking outside, you are totally not where you were before. You see normal, like 21st century cars going by, and some guy going by playing on his phone, trying desperately not to walk into traffic. Well, not very hard. He's mostly playing with his phone. Totally different scene outside, and you're like, you notice the city outside seems a bit dark and twisted.
I just closed my eyes really hard. I opened them. Is Rock still there?
Yes, in his big cloak, and you notice that the hot towel was applied over the outside of his cloak hood. The guy didn't even take off his hood or anything. He just slapped the whole thing over his.
Oh, this isn't a nightmare. Okay.
Yeah, you're hanging out with Fish Boy. Yeah.
Don't worry, Ellis. Clem's a little simple. He's only going to ask you for a shave and a hot towel.
Howdy, what can I do you for? Says the exact same looking dude from the other place.
We think he's some kind of advanced automaton.
Robots.
We don't know. Could be organic, could be metal, we don't know. But he's not normal.
Howdy, what can I do you for?
It's okay, Clem. How you doing? We get out of Clem's barbershop.
Sure, yeah.
You guys go out onto the street. Your clothing still kind of fits in. You're wearing the equivalent of blue jeans and a blue jean jacket type of fashion statement here. So if people look at you in disgust, it's only because you're super retro.
Okay, Logan, did he get tarot cards?
Oh, shit. Yes, he did. Oh, I forgot. Take a card for reminding me, Russ.
Did you hand me one or should I take it?
Take it. Yeah, anytime you find your hand, Alex, has more than 6 cards in, first check to see if there's any red. If there's no red, then you're going to need to discard down. I would be sure to ask Rock about any new cards you got until you're familiar with the deck.
Okay, so do I discard any card or just...
any card? We can trade first.
Well, I have two Nada cards, which I can discard.
So trade me a Nada for a computer use plus 20.
Okay.
I'll start the trade. I'm going to drag it to your face. That's how you start a trade. You should have a trade dialog up now. You drag the Nada to the trade dialog and say accept trade.
Yep. Okay.
Very good. You're slick, man. Most people do not do that on the first try. You did very refreshingly well.
Yeah, he's proving less of a pain in the ass to train than some, and his internet connection is better than 4 shots.
I need to discard. I have one more. No, I don't have any more notes.
Oh, here I'm gonna trade you an assistant plus 5 too for the other Nada.
Hold on, where is the other Nada? Because this one I had 2.
Actually, I'm going to trade you a skill plus 10 for the other Nada. Here you go.
Hold on. Alright, maybe I'm hallucinating. The other Nada is not there. It might have been...
It could be a ghost Nada. Sometimes they do weird shit.
Yeah, it just disappeared. I do need to discard one more card, though.
Yeah, I got to draw 2 down. All right.
I have a round revision that I just drew.
That's good if we get into combat. Those are nice. That's a good card.
I have the one you just gave me, a skill plus 10%. I have a not me card. Opponent fails. I have
two opponent fails is good for combat. If we get into any combat.
Make a note, Alex. You've got 2 tarot cards. You don't know. They're if you're curious, they're the Rider-Waite tarot deck, and they are the 2 of staves or 2 of wands and the 3 of cups.
Hold on, let me write that down real quick.
There you go. You don't know where they came from, why they are. None of that shit. But you've got them. And the fact that The Rock was asking you about him, you're like, why, yes. And he's like, ha, ha.
Actually, Logan, if we can retcon it, I should have gotten tarot cards for my first trip to MMO land, too.
Good point. You have the 6 of wands and the 8 of swords.
Oh my God! No, I've already got the 8 of swords, Logan.
Yeah, you can have duplicates.
Nice.
2 of wands. What was my other one? Sorry.
3 of cups.
3 of cups. Okay.
I hope you're good at memorizing shit because taking notes, I'm guessing, is going to be a huge pain in the ass for you.
No, that's fine. I took notes.
Good deal.
I wrote it down.
A lot of people have thick notebooks of shit, and eventually you may find out about some other ways that they have of exchanging information. So
No worries.
Eventually, they go mad and run screaming from the room.
Oh, I need to discard one more card.
Yep.
I'll discard. Any suggestions or just anything?
Oh gosh, it's really up to you. Is there any obvious crappy card?
They all seem useful. I mean, maybe the skill plus 10.
Because I don't remember what you have, unfortunately.
Add 2 opponent fails. 1 library use research plus 20. Not me.
Read Not Me to me, please. I don't remember that card.
Oh, it's when the GM is rolling to see who the random attack is aimed for, this card ensures that it's not you.
I'll keep that.
Okay, I'll keep that.
I'm your bullet sponge.
Just gave me an round revision and skill plus 10%.
How's your library use skill?
Let me have a look. I'm pretty sure that's 60, but let me look.
Yeah, you probably took a 60 in it.
Yeah. Well, it was one of the bold-faced ones, I think.
Yeah, I took 60 in that.
Okay, I would chuck library use plus 20.
Okay.
I concur. Even though it's a sexy card, it's not that sexy, and the skill 10 is much more flexible. So I agree with Russ on that.
I'll discard that if I can find it.
Just so you know, the way that like the skill 10s and stuff work is before you do your roll, you play and go, I'm playing a skill 10 on my whatever skill. And then you roll.
Sure.
No worries. So you guys are walking the streets. It's kind of like modern day crossed with something more dark and twisted for some reason.
Yeah, it's called Gotham. It's called Gotham City for a reason.
Well, I think my character would know Gotham City, at least from comics and.
Did you buy anything like comic book lore or something like that? Did they give you extra knowledge of comic books or?
Not particularly, no. So maybe I don't know about Gotham then.
Yeah.
I'm just from like the modern era. That's all.
Yeah, you'll pick up a lot of weird skills and shit. Like you might pick up comic book lore or something like that. But yeah, you've probably heard of Gotham City and the fact that he's calling it that. There are various newspapers and machines and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Illis Batman is the mayor here. And the first rule of Gotham City is you don't cross the Batman.
Batman, okay. This is a really strange place, but it's better than that hellhole we were in.
But tech works, God bless it. I pulled out my Thug phone since I lost my regular phone.
Your which phone?
My Thug phone.
Thud?
My burner? Thug phone, yeah. The Thug phone brand burner phone.
Got it. Okay, yeah.
I call Raj Chetty up.
No problem. He's happy to hear from you. He knows big money's coming his way soon.
Hey, Raj.
Hello.
Come pick me up at XYZ.
Oh, you're back in front of Clem's again. He knows where Clem's is. He's always picking motherfuckers up at Clem's. I'll be there in a half an hour, he says.
$500 in for it if you can do it quicker.
I'm across town, but I'll take the $500.
$500 for Russ? Are you like super rich?
I'm an actor here, and yeah, we have lots of money. I just finished my 3rd season of Handy. You may have heard of that show. For some reason, I think I'm famous The tone. I didn't do it right in the tone of my voice, but like yeah, everybody's very handy. Yeah, I'm in the handy show, and yeah, we get paid quite well for our trade. You an actor?
It's a very specialized show if he's an actor.
I'm not into the whole public eye kind of a thing. I like dark rooms, just leave me alone kind of. Computers, that's my thing.
Logan, I'm not sure how you're starting people out. Is he an actor?
No, not that he's aware of.
Okay.
25 minutes later, a cab screeches to a halt in front of you. There's a youngish Indian-looking guy driving, and he rolls down the passenger side window and he goes, "Hello."
Hey, Raj. That's me. I'm going to need you for the day, so
he holds out
his hand. My credit card and say, "Take $500."
He runs it through his machine and says, "Any special gear for the trunk?"
Just my backpack.
Hold on a second. He gets out of the cab. He goes into the trunk. He pulls out some plastic sheeting and puts it down over the back seats and fastened. It looks like he's done this several times. He's moving with an economy of movement that speaks of long hours of practice. And then he says, "Go ahead and put your backpack in the back." He doesn't want to touch it for some reason. Fingerprints. And he puts the extra sheeting in the trunk and goes and gets in the cab.
Okay. Raj, I got some business at the sporting goods store. Could you take me there, please?
Yeah, of course. Hop in.
We hop in? I hop in.
I'll hop in as well, I suppose.
You guys get in the cab, and he drives off at a sedate, reasonable pace. He apparently was only in a hurry to get to here. Just a little early. So he takes you to a big sporting goods store, like a Dick's or something like that. And yeah, in America, we like to have phallic named sporting goods stores for some reason. And
Cox.
Cox for all your sporting goods needs. No problem. And you guys are
sporting goods. Sorry.
Oh, by the way, he says, by the way, there's a warning on your credit card. I think you're getting close to your limit.
Yeah, I got to work that out with the studio.
Okay. He shrugs and goes back to staring into space. I'll wait here.
Okay. Oh, sorry. We're at the sporting goods store. All right. I hop into the sporting goods store.
Yeah, same.
You guys go shopping. Get whatever you want at normal modern prices. You only have like another $500, it turns out, on your credit card, Russ. And then you've hit your cap.
Logan, I did my work for this year.
You did. It's weird. You don't. Oh wait, no, you did do your work. Never mind. You've got your $1,500 more.
Yeah. Okay.
You did actually work.
Yeah, I did.
Other people that didn't.
And I'm planning on doing more. So I'll let you know about that later. Okay. I find a salesman.
He looks at the weird, heavily robed figure in front of him that's kind of like hiding in the robe, and he goes, "Can I help you, sir?"
Yes, I'm the Aquaman.
He looks back and forth between you two and goes, "Okay."
Batman and I are going to form the Justice League.
All right.
I need, the Joker stole my suits. So I need a pair of Speedos, Aquaman branded. You know the style?
He looks at you like you're on crack. Let me roll to see if they have Aquaman Speedos here. Oh my Christ, they do. He goes, "We have a new selection of them," and takes you to a whole bunch of Aquaman themed shit that they.
Okay. All right, cool. With that luck roll, I pick up an Aquaman pair of Speedos and an Aquaman wetsuit.
Done.
Okay.
What kind of crazy shit's going on now?
Okay, right. I go into the dressing room and I put the Speedos on instead of my underwear.
Okay. You're gonna have to buy it. I don't think they want it back afterward.
I buy it. Yeah, I bought it. That's why I say I want a pair of Aquaman Speedos and an Aquaman wetsuit.
Done.
Okay. So I change. I leave the underwear in the dressing room, and I walk out.
As you walk out, I just
You're gonna love this, Logan. You're gonna love this shit.
I'm giving like a small thumbs up as you kind of walk out. Like,
Yeah.
nice.
You want to get anything for your companion while you're here?
Well, what do you need, man?
First of all, I checked my pockets. I don't have anything, do I?
No.
No,
Just two tarot cards. Two tarot
Oh,
cards.
I replaced my binoculars too. They blew up last adventure.
Great.
Well, if you don't mind, Rock, I wouldn't be opposed to getting something a little darker, like maybe a little coat or something, or something black would be nice.
Okay.
I like black.
You
Just
spend a
something
little
normal.
time, you now have your proper wardrobe back.
Oh. In that case, I think I'm good. I don't need any clothes specifically.
Cool. Yeah, you're dressed back. You feel more comfortable in these clothes than the other ones. The other ones, the best thing that can be said about them is sturdiness. They were apparently built to last for a long time. Other than that, they really didn't seem to give a fuck what they look like.
Fair enough. So I'm just gonna be
Okay.
like, so Justice League, is that real or just are you feeling okay?
It's gonna be real. I'm the Aquaman.
Okay, if you say so, Rock. Wait, can you like? Why are we here? Well, I know why we're here, but
Well, I have business in the Gotham City area, lots of business. So I figured I'd take you around, and it fits for you because you seem to like technology. Do you need any tech?
well, if you can afford a phone, that would be. I'd like a phone.
Okay.
Nothing else without my phone.
Raj Chetty cut to the phone shop.
You can either get a really super cheap, crappy burn phone for about $50 or a very reasonable phone for about 200. You've got plenty of money left in your credit card because you really haven't gotten that much yet.
I buy 2 phones.
$200 phones?
Yep.
Cool.
Cool.
Yeah, you've got phones. They've
Need a
got
laptop?
If you can afford one, sure, man.
Yep.
Hey, I'm not gonna complain if you want to buy me tech. Just
Well, I'm gonna ride this. I'm gonna ride this wave as far as I can.
man.
buy him a cheap laptop for $400. It'll get him on the internet. He can watch movies on it. That's about it.
Okay. Logan, does the mansion have a pool?
Yes, it's a small pool. It's mainly made for sitting around.
Okay. All right. Raj, take us back to the mansion.
Yes, sir. Will you be staying there for a while? He says as you guys drive through the city. As you look around, you begin to realize a guy whose character name eludes me. I'm going to fucking type
Aeolus.
it in.
Aeolus.
Hold on a second. Where is text?
Hey, Logan, I remembered a name.
What?
What the fuck is wrong with me?
Aolis?
Aeolous.
Aeolus.
Yeah, LOUS. Yeah. Sure.
Lo. Logan just glares at the complicated name. Anyway,
Yeah.
so Aeolus, everybody else is like Glenn, Phil, Rock, Tommy, Aeolus. Anyway, as you're traveling through this, you begin to realize more and more that you seem to be in California somewhere because there's a lot of Californian style architecture. The terrain looks very Californian. You pass a Hollywood sign up in the hills. All these things are subtle clues that you may actually be in California.
I want to check
Eventually,
my email actually. Do I have any email?
no, you don't. You set up an email address. Now you have an email address and feel like you're finally alive again. They take you to a big fucking I'm rich as shit mansion. The cab pulls up there and he goes, do you need me to stay here or do you need me to be on call? You said the day.
You're on call today, but you can do what you want now.
Excellent, he says. He drops you guys off. He looks at the big mansion. He goes, I like working for rich people. Don't forget your backpack, sir.
Ah, thank you, Raj. I did. I get my backpack.
No worries. He makes sure you get all your stuff out. He carefully packs away the plastic sheeting in the back after inspecting it for some reason. And then he waves and drives away.
Okay. I scout about for garden gnomes.
You don't see any yet.
Okay. I'm going to periodically check every 10 minutes to see if there's a garden gnome.
You'll forget.
Okay, so you want me to actually tell you every 10 minutes I'm checking for garden gnomes?
I love that kind of paranoia in my players.
If you want me to play that, I'll play it. But I figured it'd be easier. Okay, we'll play it. Cool. Okay.
Just go gnome. We'll do that, and that's enough.
I love it.
Gnome.
Okay. Yeah, come on into the mansion, Aeolus.
Nobody opens the door for you, which is odd.
Okay. I open the door.
No problem. It's not locked for some reason. Give me spot hidden rolls as you guys try and go into the mansion. It's pretty much everything you'd expect a big mansion to be, Aeolus, except somebody really, really likes alcohol. There's alcohol all over the place.
Okay, so I made my spot hidden in half.
It looks like there's a surveillance system set up, like little cameras and shit like that, here and there.
I made mine as well. I assume I see the same thing.
Correct. Yeah, you guys wander around. It's a very comfortable looking mansion. This is the kind that people live at, not necessarily entertain at. Although out back is a small pool, and then there also appears to be some sort of golf course on the property. You're not sure if it's full 18 hole. It's not. It's a 9 hole, but still, they got their own fucking golf course.
I gestured to the cameras and I said to Rock, paranoid a little, or?
Yeah, well, we had some problems at the mansion, so I'm pretty sure somebody set that up to make sure that doesn't happen again.
Give me electronic rolls to figure out something else. Electronics.
Fumble.
You don't know how cameras work. They could all be magic for what you know.
Success.
No problem. You're wondering where all the feeds go to.
The CNC room, yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna, because you said you didn't set these up, someone else did, right?
I think my friend set them up, yeah. I was gonna just ignore them, but what, you suspicious?
I mean, look, I've dealt with surveillance technology in the past, and they're not the most secure systems if not set up correctly. I wouldn't mind having a look if you don't mind.
Sure. A couple last words before you go and do your thing, man. First of all, Gotham City used to be called San Angeles before the Batman arrived.
Right.
San Angeles is in California. It's a mix of the San Diego, Los Angeles metro area. Became one big city.
Man, a lot's changed in 8 years, but sure. All right.
Yep. So you're in San Angeles. I don't know if things have changed. Where were you before you came here?
Logan, do I just make up a city or?
Yeah.
Whatever your character background is, just go with it.
I'm from London, England. Not really.
Right. That still exists here, sure.
Oh, okay. Well.
Yeah, we have Europe here.
Are there any other continents missing, or?
Well, in some of the zones, Australia is missing, and all of Europe is missing, and there's a continent called Genovia.
And some of the zones, you mean dimensions or something, right?
That's right. You're in. When we went to Clem's, he's a dimension hopper for us.
Right.
And we left the future San Angeles, which is all fucked up, and came to San Angeles in its heyday, Gotham City.
So you're telling me You're telling me time travel exists.
You know, I don't think it exists. I think this is all a computer simulation. But here, yes, it exists. I was a Navy helicopter pilot before I came here.
I'm in the Matrix. This is I am in the Matrix. I can't believe it.
Bingo! But that movie doesn't exist.
Oh, fair enough.
Right, Logan?
Correct. Quick important note for Alex. Any skill that you roll, and like if I say, could you roll on this skill? If you roll it and succeed, next to the skill, put a little tick mark. This is to remind you later that the skill might go up. So
Right.
I
forgot checks. Yeah, you got to put when you succeeded any skill, you put a check next to that skill. At the end of the mission, you try to fail that skill, and you can go up 1 to 6 points.